Hi, today we're going to talk about a very interesting and very important topic about C programs preprocessor. Many programs, the first statement of every C program will be hash stdio.h. People will be wondering what is that. Hash include stdio.h. One of these, say stdio.h. Standard input output. So everyone will be wondering what is that. This include is called preprocessor directives. For example, when a C program is written, it is compiled by a C compiler. But part of the C compiler is called preprocessor. It replaces a bunch of code, repetitive code, when you put the statement, hash include. There are many like this, many directives. They call it directives or preprocessor. Pre-processing before that. For example, C program, preprocessor, and then returns a text. After that, it goes to the compiler. Okay, let's see one by one. There is a macro. We'll talk about it in detail. A macro is also like a preprocessor directive. A bunch of code is substituted. Example for a macro will be pi, the value of pi, math pi, 3.14. It will be used in the calculations in the programs. Kind of like a constant. You define first in the program, use it like 1,000 times in the program. Another one is called hash define, hash pragma. All these are directives. Hash error. This for exiting the program if there is an error. Hash warning. It will give a warning message. Hash undef. It's for undefining a macro. Hash define, we define a macro or using the macro keywords. These are all keywords. If you want to undefine a macro, undef. Pragma is used for large programs. It's a special directive. Let's continue here. Other things are pound if, pound else, pound elif, pound endif. These are all if conditions. You can actually put if conditions in the preprocessor directives itself. That's how powerful the C language is. Hash def, hash endef, and pound line. This is for the condition whether the macro name exists. I'm going to give some examples later, you will understand. Line directive is for set file name and line numbers. We'll discuss here. As part of the macro, debugging macros, these are all used. When a program is written, we have to debug the program. If it gives an error, we want to execute step by step and find out where the error is. That's called debugging. I'll create a separate video for that one. Debugging macros, these are used to find the errors. Dash file, line, date, time, timestamp. These are all for the finding the errors. Next, what are the common headers? This is called a header. Hash include, and then we put stdio.h. This is a bunch of declarations functions. So each one has a name. For example, I want to use math functions methods. Then I go to, I put math.h. I put as the hash include. Time.h, time functions. String.h, str, cat, str, cpy, to copy the strings, concatenate strings, all string operations. Instead of writing your own function, you can use the standard library of functions. We are actually calling the standard library, stdlib.h, standard input output, stdio.h, stddef, standard definition.h. Each is a different set of functions. std.org, one for arguments, org, signal.h, network, locale.h for languages, limits.h, more into math calculations, calculus, float.h, floating point numbers, error number.h, ctype.h, character type, assert.h. These will actually have about 300-400 functions put together. So imagine in a large project, you'll be using all these things plus your user-defined structures and enum types. Please watch my other C videos. I have about hundreds of C, HTML, Java, 10 languages videos. I produce video every day, on different topics. Thanks for watching.